happy 45th anniversary for Six Flags Over Georgia. We are so excited that all of you could be here with us today at this celebration of 45 years of accomplishment. And to all of you, our devoted guests, we are so thrilled that you're here to be with us on this milestone anniversary. You know, on this day in 1967, Six Flags Over Georgia opened its gates with a dream of being one of the premier parks in the Southeast. Angus G. Wynn, our founder, wanted this to be an entertainment-packed, filled location with all types of fantasies, thrills, and excitement. And you know, he imagined it being someplace that everybody could come to and be close to a park that they could enjoy and not have to drive a long, long way to get there. And you know, in all those years, all these 45 years, Six Flags Over Georgia has served millions of guests in a very family-friendly environment. You know, we've had the Scream Machine in 1973, we've had the Mindbender in 1978, Goliath in 2006, and then last year our great new ride, Daredevil Dive, which you're hearing right now. And then the one thing that we're very excited about is that this year we have just premiered Illuminate, as seen on TV in America's Got Talent. And if you haven't seen it, make sure you see it today. It's a fabulous, fabulous show. We also are very proud that there are so many of our team members that are here. I've been with Six Flags 45 years, and there are many team members that have also been with Six Flags. I'd like to recognize any of our team members or former employees that are with us today. If you would just stand or raise your hands. A lot of good people. Thank you. There's Bob. All right. And one of the other things that we had the honor this morning, early this morning at 9 o'clock, we had a dedication to a wonderful and just kind and gentle man, Cleveland W. Smith, Jr., who was a general manager here early on, and we have lost him last fall. And we did a dedication of a bench for him at our carousel, which is just a fitting area for him. I'd like to recognize today his family, Sherry Smith, Amber, and all their grandchildren, and Trey. If you would please stand up. Thank you so much for being here. At this time, we're very honored because we have a very special guest that used to work with the park. Believe it or not, he's going to tell you all the tales of back in the day. He was just telling me he only made like $1.35, and I said, gosh, you got a raise, because I think when I started, I only made $1.05. But anyway, he is a very largest selling comedy recording star. He is a multiple Grammy Award nominee and best-selling author of 11 books. May I also introduce you to Mr. Jeff Foxworthy.
Hey y'all, how are you? This brings back a lot of memories for me to be behind the gate here, and we were talking, and I think you made $1.35 an hour. I made $1.70 an hour when I worked at Six Flags. Let me tell you that story. It was 1975. Me and my best friend decided we were going to get jobs working at Six Flags for no other reason than all we wanted to do was meet girls. And we figured this would be the best job in the world, to meet girls. And at the time, the Scream Machine and the log ride were probably the two biggest attractions. Somehow we thought in our mind, if we put in applications, we were going to get jobs at the log ride. It was going to be the perpetual wet t-shirt contest all summer long for me and my buddy. Unfortunately, our jobs that we got, his job was scooping M&Ms in the candy shop. My job was sewing names on sailor hats. No girl has ever talked to a guy sewing names on sailor hats. And they don't do that anymore. It was a difficult thing because you had a sewing machine, you had to put the sailor hat, you had a little handle, and so you had to learn to do it. And I prepared for 2 weeks. They had a chart of names, and I had to practice every name on that chart for 2 weeks. And I remember my very first customer, they walked up the first morning the park was open, and I said, would your daughter like a sailor hat? Yes, she would. Would you like her name sewn on it? Yes, we would. I said, all right, what's her name? They said, Kajava. I said, I have not practiced Kajava. C-H-A-A-V-A. I still remember it, and I cranked it out. But it was a great place to work. I love it. Here's the thing, even as a comedian, I love amusement parks. Because how many people here, by show of hands, think your family's crazy? See, that's why I have a job. And that's why I love amusement parks, because no matter how crazy you think your family is, when you come to the amusement park, after 5 minutes, you feel better about your own family. Be honest, you ever done that and just walked around and gone, oh my gosh, I gotta go get somebody to see this man. Come here, get out of line, it's worth it. You gotta see this guy, come on. Over by the cotton candy, don't look, don't look. Is that the hairiest back you've ever seen in your life? It's like Bigfoot in a tank top. Oh my God, it's a woman. Oh, and she's got kids. Somebody married that woman. Oh no, it's Aunt Betty. That was the great thing about Six Flags, was the people. People watching it. And one of the people that I used to watch and used to talk to, I could never talk to a girl that was visiting the park, but I always could talk to the girls that worked here once we got off of work. And I had to verify this with Melinda. All these years later, I still remember the ending thing for the park, because as soon as we closed the hat shop, I could talk to the girls, and the ending thing was, ladies and gentlemen, the hour for closing has now arrived, and we must say goodnight. Our host and hostess hope you've enjoyed your stay and will come back to visit us soon. The park will reopen tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., but for now, a pleasant good night. Boom, boom, boom. Hat shop closed, talking to the girls, and I worked in Lick Skillet, and one of the girls that worked over there, she had the roller skates, and it was park services. She had a little broom. That's not conducive to comedy. People screaming. It's like doing comedy in the emergency room. So you might be, But one of the girls that worked there scooping up trash, and code 13, which was vomit, that was the secret code. She worked in Lick Skillet too, and she had a weird name. Her name was Greg, and she would come talk to me in the hat thing. And she's still a cute girl, and I know because I've been married to her for almost 30 years, so I want to thank Six Flags for that. You know, but I love to just go hand in hand. I was thinking about this morning. It's like, okay, we're both from Atlanta. Both of our jobs are to make people laugh. The only problem is I'm not able to do it all day long, and you are, so you're better at it than I am. But I just wanted to congratulate Six Flags on their 45th anniversary. I'm so proud that our grit chips, how many people like grits? Let me tell you the cool thing about, if you like grits, you're going to love them. If you don't like grits, you're going to love them. This is the coolest chip. And when they came to me with the idea, I was like, I don't know about this. And I started eating them, and they are so delicious. And so I'm so proud that our Jeff Foxworthy Grit Chips are the official sponsor of your anniversary. And thank you so much for making me feel so welcome being back here today. And I can ride everything for free, right? See you out there. We'll do pictures, sign, whatever. Oh, I gotta stay? All right.
Well, we aren't going to let him get away without having a memento to leave for all of his years and fun years at Six Flags Over Georgia. First off, you have a framed picture of yourself.
Oh, wow.
Even more fun, a caricature of Jeff.
With a sailor hat. I love it.
Sailor hat, Foxworthy. They didn't have any problem spelling that. How about that?
Thank you so much, Melinda. That is awesome. Thanks, y'all. God bless you. Thank you for being here.